Hi, my name is Chris Schonhoff. Welcome to the MTX Podcast. And today I've got my special friend, Girish.
Hi, Girish Chhugani. I'm the Chief Business Officer here at MTX. I'm also the founder of verifyID.ai. It's great to be here,
Awesome.
Chris.
Awesome. Well, I've been with MTX now over 4 years and excited that continue to be with a growing organization that really drives innovation and meeting not only current but emerging needs in the marketplace. And excited to have this conversation with you today about verifyID. Really want to kind of get an understanding of like where did some of those initial ideas for this product come into play with you?
Yeah, so I've been doing this for a long time. I worked for the city of New York for 14 years, and then just been working with various different government agencies across the U.S. A lot of this is around citizen assistance,
Mm,
benefits, those type of things. So back in 2013, after Hurricane Sandy, I was charged to set up the case management system and the recovery centers for New York for the Hurricane Sandy recovery. And one of the biggest challenges we faced was ID verification.
right.
A lot of people who lost their homes, they were the ones applying for these funds, and they lost their identification
Yeah.
documents, right? Their passports and those things. So that was one of the big challenges we
Yeah.
faced because you got to prove who you are.
Right.
So that's how you get the funds, right?
Yeah.
And so that's when things started. I started thinking about this, and then fast forward, a lot of the benefits programs, and we talk about COVID, a lot of fraud.
Yeah.
We're talking about billions and billions of dollars in
Well,
fraud.
let's step back for a second.
Yeah,
So, again, I think when you look at some of those seminal events like Hurricane Sandy, folks, their entire lives washed away, destroyed, and you have that consciousness, you know who you are,
yeah,
but it's like prove it, right? We
right.
want to make sure that we're helping,
Yeah,
deserving and vulnerable individuals, and yet at the same time, it's like we need to make sure that we're being good stewards of taxpayer dollars and
exactly.
supporting
Yeah.
agencies to truly adjudicate these programs in a accountable way.
Yeah, and I mean, fraud is a big problem, and it's gonna keep getting bigger and
Hmm.
bigger. And the root cause always ends up being people you don't know who your customer is.
Mm,
It could be someone else. There's people who use dead people's social security numbers,
yeah,
right, to take advantage of government. And it's not just a government problem. It's
yeah,
banks, any kind of regulated market that you think about, wherever you have some money transaction going on, it's very important
right.
to make sure that. And there is a lot of companies out there that do this already.
Yeah,
So, but I think there's a lot more to be done there.
right.
On the local and state government side, things have been slow,
Yeah.
and it's
Well,
mainly because of privacy. I believe it's privacy. It's
mm,
about how hard it is to implement programs like this.
yeah. Tell me a little more about like some of those typical use cases that you're seeing working with some of these agencies where they do have these benefit programs serving some of the most vulnerable citizens in our, communities.
Yeah.
How are they looking at something like a Verify ID to help really know their client, improve that experience with them, and reduce costs with their interactions?
Yeah, so look, a lot of these programs are online. So again, going back to it's very important that the person who's signing up for this benefit is the person who's supposed to get this benefit. That's important, right? If we make that ID verification piece in front easy, uh, it has so many different advantages there because again going back to the systems we have built in the past and even modernized, uh, people just upload their driver's licenses
Mm-hmm.
or their passports, right? A lot of times it goes into nothing, nowhere. So right there's a high chance of fraud. If it does get verified by people, there's a lot of work to be done there, right? uh, a lot of time gets spent on manually
Yeah.
verifying folks as well. So there's a lot of efficiency and cost savings just right there, especially with big programs where you're talking about thousands and thousands of people
Yeah.
applying for stuff, not only will this speed up the process and will be cost saving, but also just getting that benefit, it will speed up that benefit as well because it removes that a few manual steps.
Yeah. Well,
With
talk to me about some of the different types of validation and things that you can do with the verification, whether that's integrating with authenticated government,
yeah,
tools, things like that.
yeah. So everything from address verification,
Mhm.
making sure whatever is in your ID or someone types in, it is actually where they live. You can check for ownership,
Mm.
right? A lot of these programs, you have to go look at deeds and all kinds of stuff to figure out if this person is eligible
So a
because
really highly manual process potentially of
yeah,
having to go out and scour records, go out,
yeah,
validate it.
manually,
Yeah,
it's this software will do it for you. It will check, make sure the address is right. It will also check. It doesn't matter what the. So you could have a New York State license, for example,
sure.
right? But you moved to New Jersey already. If it was a manual process, it would be hard to first of all figure out, or it would be manual really. So when this person goes through their ID verification, one of the things we also check for is like, hey, is this person still living in the address that shows on their ID? If not, it will actually update it with the New Jersey
Yeah.
address, right? And then you will know right away this person is not even
Yeah,
eligible
they're
for
not
this
eligible. So yeah,
benefit,
I think
right? So that's
that's
eligibility checks that go
sure.
on. Ownership, same
Hmm.
thing. Like, does this person actually own the home?
Hmm.
They don't need to worry about uploading mortgage papers or deeds and all that stuff. This we can just figure that out automatically as
Nice.
well. Uh, Fraud wise, making sure the social security number or the
Yeah.
ID or whatever they're using, it's not the person is
Associated
actually
with a
alive.
different
Yeah, it could be
person
someone
or
someone
somebody
who
that's
died like 10 years ago,
yeah.
and then you're using their identity, or even checking with DMV to make sure the driver's license you uploaded or you used is actually a valid driver's license. It's under
Right.
your name, and if all those things can speed up a lot of these eligibility checks, identification checks.
Yeah. And I
It's
think
faster.
too, one of the things that whether it's human services or whether it's a grants type program, one of the things that I see a lot of is folks get nervous when you start introducing technology for a couple of reasons,
Yeah,
right? Number one, sometimes people are concerned about their livelihood, their jobs.
yeah,
And then two, on the fraud side, on the livelihood discussion, I think this actually is a tool that can help elevate those human to human interactions
yeah.
and, uh, take what may have had, a number of manual steps, a lot of time associated with it, and really give you the opportunity to hear people's stories and understand where their needs are and make sure that they're meeting those program requirements.
No, that you're right. I mean, that's exactly one of the other benefits of, you know, starting to and this world is changing.
Yeah.
There's more and more technology. Also, the fraudsters are also getting more advanced,
Yeah.
right? They're using AI as well, so
So
you gotta
tell,
fight AI with
yeah,
AI.
if
You gotta
fighting AI
yeah
with
with AI
AI, I
just to
love
make
it.
sure that But yeah, it's not just about money. It's just to make things more efficient. It could be
Yeah,
licensing and permitting. It could be any kind of government services,
you're right,
front door services, whatever you have, just to speed things up. Any kind of services you
right.
provide, if someone has to get a bunch of permits and licenses, they still have to go through some checks,
Yeah,
right?
so
And
you
if you're
come
not
in
manual, you can speed up that
so you
process,
come in
giving
and
them
you
the
get a verified
yeah.
identifier. You get that, and you can maybe store that in a wallet. Tell me a little bit more about
Yeah,
how that might.
so one of the things this whole ID verification, know your customer piece is moving towards is kind of this more decentralized.
Mm,
Uh, and one of the big reasons for it is privacy. A lot of folks don't want to share their information just blindly,
right.
and they don't even know what it's being used for.
Yeah.
You know, if you upload a driver's license, last year, I was in some really nice hotel in Phoenix. I don't even remember the name.
That's probably good.
But when I got there to check in, they looked at my ID. That's okay. But then the guy took my ID. And he's like, I'm gonna make a copy of this. He went in there. He took a photocopy of my ID,
Where does that go?
and then he came back and gave me a lady. Where did you put this ID? Where is
Yeah.
it sitting in a file cabinet? What's going on
Yeah.
with this, right? So, uh, the privacy concerns are real,
Right.
and especially when you start talking about biometrics, your face print, these are unique things that people don't feel as comfortable.
So what about that? Like from a privacy perspective, what are some things that we're doing with this verifyID
Right.
product that kind of understand that particular concern and then
Yeah.
address it?
Yeah, so we're providing flexibility around how you deploy it,
Okay.
right? The first thing I see is that, hey, we don't want to, we're not going to own anyone's data. Companies like ID.me and some other big companies, they host the data for the folks. We don't want to be in that business. We want to give the agency or the city or the state the option. Do they want to host the data? Or the decentralized option where they don't even need to own full data. They don't need a driver's license uploaded somewhere in their site, right? A wallet, a verifyID wallet is what you can use to store the data. So you and I, we own our own data. It's sitting in our phone. It's backed up in my own personal cloud. So just in case I lose my phone or anything, it's still there. I could just download it into the new phone. It is secure, it's tamper-proof. On the other side of it, let's say take City of New York for example, right? Or I guess any city. You just want to, if I just want to verify your age or your address, why do I need your entire
That's right.
driver's
So you can
license?
actually selectively choose what you want to share in order
Yeah,
to meet those
right. So an
authentication
agency can just say, hey, I
standards.
just want to know if this person lives where they're,
Okay.
it says they live. So that's all they're going to ask for. And the wallet will do its thing, make sure the person who's sharing is the person who they are. So the facial check will happen on your own phone, not on some other system. And then it will share that information with City of New York. And City of New York just needs to know, hey, yeah, this person just lives there. So it depends on what you need to share. That's all gets shared. The other benefit of this is if City of New York verified me, I just need to get verified once.
You don't have to keep doing that same
Same
process
thing.
every time. And
Yeah. If we're using the same system,
right.
decentralized system, I can go to, I could be in Jefferson City, Missouri, and I need to get verified for something. I don't have to go through the whole verification again,
Right.
as long as Missouri trusts City of New York's verification. So that's another piece to it, the trust registry that I think the more we share it, the more efficient things get,
Right.
the more efficient, obviously, or also things get easier.
Yeah.
The citizens get a better experience, faster experience,
And that's
better
been something
services.
that I've seen a lot with state governments is they're looking at that holistic view of their citizens, this
Right.
citizen 360 concept where I register once and regardless of whether I'm going in for a professional license or a building permit or a fishing, permit, those are things that I can have that one instance of being a
Yeah.
verified individual and again, simplifying that interaction, elevating the accuracy,
Yeah.
and then just improving the overall experience for them.
Yeah, I think that's the bottom line, right? Serve the citizens well, but make sure you are serving the right citizens.
I like that.
So,
So verifying that
yeah.
the folks that are in need of services are the ones that are actually getting the benefit, keep
Yeah.
the programs moving
Yeah.
and authentic and whole. And
And
yeah.
save a lot of money. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, Girish, thanks so much for taking some time today talking about verifyID and how we can use this solution to actually improve citizens' experience, reduce costs, and continue to drive program adoption and ensure requirements are being met. Thanks so much for what you're doing.
No, I really appreciate this. I'm excited. I think this is definitely going to be a great help for a lot of municipalities, cities, and states out there. So thank you, Chris.
Awesome. Thanks. We'll see you guys next time on the MTX
Yeah.
podcast.
Thank you.